Hola, in this video we will talk about the tense el pretérito pasado for the yo form. El pretérito is one of the past tenses in Spanish. The past tense is used to talk about actions that have already happened. Alright, pop quiz. Which of the following are in the past tense? I play guitar, I ran to practice, I talked to my friend, or I am so buff. The verbs ran and talked are in the past tense because they describe actions that already happened. Okay, let's review verb conjugation in the present tense before we dive into the past tense. Verbs come in many forms, the most basic of which is called the infinitive. For example, hablar, comer, and escribir. We know they are still in the infinitive because they end in AR, ER, or IR. To say that a person actually does these actions, we need to change or conjugate the infinitives. Looking at hablar, to speak as an example, what you do to conjugate is eliminate the last two letters, AR. Use the leftover letters, the stem, then add the ending. To say I speak, add O to form hablo. But remember, this video is all about the past tense, el pretérito, so the endings are different. To talk about actions in the past, you need to pay attention to whether a verb is an AR, ER, or IR verb. Let's use estudiar, to study, as an example of what to do with AR verbs. Just like in the present, eliminate the last two letters and use the remaining stem. But to say in the past, I studied, add an E with an accent, estudié. The conjugation is different for ER verbs. Let's use correr, to run, as an example. Eliminate the last two letters and use the remaining stem. Since correr is an ER verb, we need to add an I with an accent to form corrí, I ran. Let's look at the yo form of dormir, to sleep, as an example. You know the drill. Eliminate the last two letters, use the remaining stem, then add an I with an accent, just like the ER verbs, to form dormí, I slept. Okay, quick review time. Let's look at three verbs, hablar, leer, and escribir. How would we conjugate these verbs in the preterit tense for the yo form? Hablar becomes hablé, for I spoke. Because it's an AR verb, we add the E with an accent ending. Leer becomes leí, for I read. Because it's an ER verb, we add the I with an accent ending. And escribir becomes escribí, for I wrote. Because it's an IR verb, we add the I with an accent ending. Ahora practicamos. Conjugate the following verbs in the preterit, past tense, for the yo form. 1. Trabajar. 2. Comer. 3. Cantar. 4. Vivir. Take a few moments to think, and maybe write down your answers. I'll come back in a little bit with the correct conjugations. Okay, let's take a look. Trabajar changes to trabajé. Comer changes to comí. Cantar changes to canté. And vivir changes to viví. How'd you do? If you didn't quite get it this time, watch the video again. Gracias por mirar. Follow and chat with me on Twitter, @SRPalabra, to keep practicing Spanish. Hasta luego.
Created using Powtoon.